Hey everyone, happy Monday. I hope you enjoyed the beautiful weather yesterday and this morning before it started raining if you live in the northwest suburbs like I do. Last talk I sent out was about the immune system, and we talked about how the immune system has to do with the spleen and stomach and digestion, and that spleen, stomach, earth system is the mother or father to the lungs and large intestine, metal. The color associated with that combination, those organs, is white. So, in case I forget to mention it later, when you're doing your acupressure with your essential oils, a nice thing to do when you breathe in is to think about a nice, clean white color going in and filtrating through your lungs and then releasing that back out. So another thing you can think about is foods. So foods like pears, bananas, white rice. I love pear juice, especially when things are a little bit dry. There's a dry cough. I love that to help moisten this area. And it's also stuff that's really gentle on the stomach. So that is a win-win there. Let's start talking about some of the oils and then we will talk about where you can apply them. Now, all of these oils, when you smell them, they're very clean, crisp. The word we use is kind of acrid or pungent. It really opens you up, which makes sense, right? When you breathe in through the nostrils, it goes down through your nasal passages and into the lungs. So we want to strengthen, open that area up. Eucalyptus radiata. Ironically, I was just listening to a complimentary talk by one of my mentors with acupressure and essential oils, Peter Holmes, and he was talking about there are three different kinds of eucalyptus, but radiata is the best for the beginning stages of things and for prevention. The next one I have is tea tree, Melaleuca alternifolia. There are a couple kinds of Melaleuca, and then Ravensara, which is camphor. So in addition to putting them on the acupressure points that I'll show you in a little bit, you can place them on the arch of your foot. So I've showed you a little bit of this area before. Right along your big toe to your heel, this area right here, you can just rub the oils on and you can even put your two foot arches together like that and hold for a minute or so. It's a nice thing to do while you're lying in bed, just trying to relax and get ready to drift off. You can put them in your diffuser. That's a great way to aromatically have the benefits. Of course, you can just smell them from the bottle quickly, but you can put them in your diffuser during the day when you're working or whatever you're doing during the day. And you can do them in your diffuser at night before you're going to sleep. One of the ways that I really like to pack a lot of punch, especially if I'm congested, is boiling some water, pouring it in a metal or glass bowl, and then adding a drop or two. Remember, a little bit goes a long way to the water. Placing a thick towel over my head and then breathing in the oils. Can be a little bit strong, maybe start with one drop. But if I'm congested, if I have a headache, if there's lots of pressure in my head, I love the way this drains and clears me out. I literally look forward to it. I'll do it before I go to work and after I get home. I call it my poor person's sauna. That being said, you could put a drop or two on a warm washcloth and place that on the floor of your shower. You're just not going to have quite that direct effect like you do with your head over the bowl. If you have young children, they will be very interested in what you are doing. And then Peter talked about actually using a drop of these oils, one of these oils. If you don't have them, I have some that I could do a drop off to you, or I can order some for you. But placing them on a cotton ball, I'd add a little bit of oil, especially if you don't use essential oils often, to make sure it's not too strong, and placing them inside your nostrils. Now, I wouldn't recommend this when you're just walking around your house, but if you're out in public, a time when you're wearing a mask, this is an amazing barrier in addition to the mask to help protect your respiratory system. So I wanted to share that with you. Acupressure points. We're going to stick to more upper body today. Lung, large intestine stuff, and then some local sinus points. So in regards to the lungs, very interesting. The channel is here, the first point, but it starts from the middle area, the spleen and stomach, just like I talked about last week. I just always think it's cool to see the connections. I hope you guys appreciate that too. And it comes up and it goes into both of the lungs. They show the channel as making this beautiful diamond shape and then starting right in the corner. I'm going to intentionally bend forward, So if this is the deltoid and this is your collarbone or clavicle, you'll go right in the corner there. This is actually lung 2. So go around the muscle, down 1 rib space, and that is lung 1. First point on the channel. So that is one that I like to press and strengthen. Remember, starting with a minute, working your way up to 2 to 3 minutes, both sides, okay? The next point would be lung 7. So if you stretch your thumb out this way, trace your nail down, you'll fall into this groove here. Work your way up about an inch along the bone, and that will be the acupressure point lung 7. It's a great one to help build your energy defensively, but also if you feel yourself coming down with something, this is a point to press on right away. We call it a point that helps release. So getting rid of whatever your body is coming into contact with. And on the large intestine channel, very close to it, where the thumb and first finger, there's 2 ways of finding it. You can press them together and see, just hold them next to each other and see where this crease is. And you can press right there. Or you can kind of take the length of that bone in your first finger, split it in half, and press right underneath the bone. I always say go to the point that feels the most sensitive and press there. This is another point to release. They call it the command point of the head and face. So anything that's going on in this area, it's a very descending point. So people will use it for general headaches, especially love them for any kind of sinus headache. If you're thinking way too much, it's just one of the biggest movers and clearers in the body. Clear, think about constipation. That's something you're struggling with. I'll add another point that you can use. Large intestine 11, when you bend towards you at the end of this crease, this is large intestine 11. So it's great to clear heat from the body. Like I said, help with constipation. What else did I want to say about that? Yeah, those are the main 2 things. Clearing heat, constipation, I use it a lot for that. If you feel like you're not feeling that well, but you're a little bit more weak, you're like, oh, I don't want to clear anything out. There's a point, if you go just about an inch below and more into the belly of the muscle, feel, and I'm going to have to get used to kind of finding these points. You'll feel kind of right in the belly of the muscle, an acupressure point. That one's going to help build you up a little bit more, build up those defenses. Okay, so we got 2 points on the lung channel, 2 or 3 on the large intestine channel. You really could do both of those if they're sensitive. They are both sensitive on me. And then the last ones I want to do are locally. So the channel ends on the sides of the nose, which is large intestine 20 acupressure points on that channel. And then if you go to the top, there is an extra point there, Bitong. So massaging around this area, again, if you have the oil, it's going to really help open you up, but just pressing little circles. Really great if you're congested. Some people feel it up into here, so you can press between your eyebrows right along the nose. That'll help open up the nose. And then these sinuses, you can press starting on the inner part of your eyebrows and working your way through the length of them, however feels good. So I hope that helps. This is respiratory boosting stuff. Remember, we've got Eucalyptus radiata, tea tree, Ravensara, different places to apply. And in the next video, I might have to break it up depending on length. I'm going to talk about other factors that influence the immune system. So you have things like hormones, mental emotional states, and just what's happening deeper in your gastrointestinal system. So look forward to those, and I hope you enjoyed and you have a great week.